Hi there folks, my name is NovaWing24 and welcome today to my review of ARMA Tactics. So this title has just been released, it's probably around about, I think maybe just about a week ago now, so in the market a little bit. Fairly quiet entrance onto the PC marketplace, I did notice. So I want to have a quick look at it today and see where it sits and see what we all think of it and go from there for today. So ARMA is a very popular name. It's been kicking around for quite a while, as I'm sure you're all aware. So being primarily a first-person shooter, very realistic first-person shooter simulation that's been kicking around for a while. We've just had the release of ARMA 3 as well. So sort of kicking around the world. It's very much a community-loved project, steeped in a bit of controversy as well, with a couple of developers having spending a bit of time in some prisons, accused of espionage last year as well. So there you go. So brought to you by Bohemia Interactive, if I can get their company's name right. So this was produced by one of their smaller studios, using the same name. Now, it's obviously not a first-person shooter. The tactics thing probably kind of gives that away. So they've gone for more of a strategic sort of view for this one. And to do that, they've used a gaming system that's been around long before PC gaming was ever around, using an action point based system. So action points, so it's very much used in tabletop gaming, sort of role-playing games, card games as well. You have a certain number of actions you can spend per turn. You suppose use those to complete certain things, or you can save action points to do things during your opponent's turn. So this style of gameplay, I'm noticing, has become a bit of a resurgence of late, pioneered especially by XCOM Enemy Unknown. Which itself has its sequel coming, has its expansion coming out shortly. Funnily enough, though, it's actually been around in a surreptitious form for quite a while as well. The Civilization series, guys, that is an action point-based system. It always has been. Surprising to some people that I've talked to. But anyway, so now that I've rabbited on a little bit about that, let's have a quick look at the options and some of the things we've got here on the screen, and then we'll jump in and show a bit of gameplay today. So we'll start with our options menu. So this isn't a first-person shooter, guys, so this isn't going to have millions and millions of graphics options. This is a mobile device port. It was originally optimized for tablets and mobile devices, coming across to PC. So don't expect anything too amazing, but at the same time, it's still not bad. So you can change your language. Your action cams, so for those who have played XCOM of late, this is like the action sort of thing sequence. We can see you guys being shot at or shooting, to get that little zoom in sort of cinematic effect. You get that if you experience that one, so you can change how often you want that to have that. Don't know why that wasn't well seldom. Anyway, enhanced visuals, it adds a few things. Really, again, this is more a holdover from the tablet side of things. Fog of War, just your basics. So if you can see stuff, you can see it. If you don't have that unchecked, then once you've seen something, you can still see it, even if you don't have line of sight anymore. Difficulty, so this is where you can actually, it's got two difficult settings, veteran and non-veteran. That's pretty much it. Audio, again, just your basics. Controlling music, sound, muscle volume, enable stuff. Yeah, not really a huge thing. And gamepad support. So again, a lot more developers adding in the ability to use an actual gamepad. Very much highly recommend, guys, if you haven't already got a gamepad as part of your PC hardware, go ahead and get one, because you're really going to need it. A lot more games are coming out that are very, maybe not so much, you don't have to have it, but your experience is going to be better. Personally, though, for this one, I still prefer using keyboard and mouse, but the gamepad options is not a bad one either. Alright, so we've got that one there. Now, let's have a look. What does the rest of this mean? So, you have your team. So like it in things like Meta War as well, you've got a squad. You only have 4, just like in XCOM, how you start with your 4 squad members and you can expand up to 6. This one you are fixed at 4, that's it. Unlike XCOM, however, you only have these 4 guys if one of them dies, your mission does fail and you've got to restart it. So it's not the permadeath kind of thing that you have with that one. Alright, so what we've got here, so quickly, as you can obviously see, this is like your skill tree set. So you go through now, during your missions you'll earn XP and you'll earn credits. You can then spend the XP on raising stats and stuff like that. So for example, if you want them to be able to move further, when they're actually sort of during the actual, for each of their action points, you can actually raise their skill level. It costs you a little bit of XP and that's fine. The XP that you earn is not based on individual soldiers, it is a generic pool that you can spend on anyone in the squad. So you got your 4 guys there. If you read their history, it does sort of give you a bit of a basic idea of what their speciality is going to be. So for example, this guy here, he's a medical dropout, so yeah, he actually starts with a bonus in the medical stats field, so he's going to be pretty much your team medic. You got your heavy weapons demolition guy there. This guy here, it's interesting, he's supposed to be an American Special Forces team, and we've got a Brit in there, but anyway. This guy, I like to think he's the sniper, so hence why I've given him some sniper skills there. And we've got our team leader there. Cool. You can reset your skill points, but you do forfeit 20% of the XP total that all your skill points have. So just be aware, if you do make a mistake, you can recover from it, but you're going to have to go back and earn it. Alright, now we'll go on to the armory. So this is all the fun toys that, big boys toys that we all get to play with. So it's not huge, it's not like you've got every weapon under the sun to choose from. It is squad-based combat, so you've got your squad assault weapon, squad automatic weapon, you've got your assault rifle, sniper rifle, shotguns. Now when you first start this game, all you have access to is the M4, the assault rifle, and then you can upgrade and add in extra weapons as you can buy extra weapons as you need to. So far the only one I've purchased is I've purchased my sniper rifle because I like long distance kills. It's pretty cool. Alright, now you've got various little options, extras that you can buy. Now these are all consumables, so you can purchase them, but they are used once only. So once you've used them, you do then have to go back and purchase them again. So you go everything from your explosives, so your flashbangs, your frag grenades, smoke grenades, your medical things, so your basic med kits, so just for health or reviving someone, and morphine injectors. So morphine's an interesting one, can only be used if they're incapacitated, but doesn't heal as much as the med kit, as you can see, but does give you your operator's action points back. So in a jam, not a bad idea to use. And of course you've always got the really, really fun toys, claymores. Yeah, lots of big bangs, very fun. Anyway, alright, so, and you can see up top obviously credits, descriptions, all the fun stuff there. Now some of the weapons, so the M4A1, the light machine, the M249 light machine gun, and the sniper rifle, you can actually purchase upgrades for these, so you can give them telescopic sights, so they do actually have better hit probabilities, bigger magazines, whatever you want. So I think, yeah, I should actually I'm gonna buy this one for this one, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna buy that one. There we go. And also you only have to buy it once, and it does a cross equip. So if we have a look at my assault rifle, like I've already purchased the sight for that one, and that's actually then put it straight across all my weapons. I don't have to buy one for each of the ones that I have. So pretty cool. Alright, mission wise, so you got your basic tutorial, which introduces the basic ideas, 2 single player campaigns, about 4 or 5 missions each, and then you got a sort of free play one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a quick match just to show you some of the gameplay, and I'll give you some of my thoughts and feedback on this one. So I have played this for about an hour or two, just sort of give them a feel around it. If you've played XCOM, you're pretty much going to be pretty familiar with this one, and I'll about to show up a couple of things here. So as you progress through each of the single player campaign missions, you'll unlock maps, one or two that you can play on. Type wise, so you've got your different type of mission combinations. So move through, basically it's you start at one point, you've got to go through the map to the other end and kill everybody on the way through. Second one is escape and evade, so again kind of the same, except this time instead of all starting together, you're scattered all over the place, and you've all got to try and survive and get through to the evac point. Search and find a kill, so search and destroy mission, basically find a main target and then evac. And last one is survival mode, so this one's basically you've got a whole heap of guys coming after you, got to kill them. That's pretty much about it. So what we might do is I might just show you this one, I think. So, yeah, we'll leave the map on random. Alright, so let's fire it up. So as I was saying, folks, it is a console or tablet sort of platform port. So it does. As I say, the graphics are not bad, but you know they may not be something that they're not StarCraft, put it that way. But it's also but at the same time it's also not $100 for the title. So what we'll have a look here. So when you first start the mission, so what you do is you see your screen here, so you can scroll through your 4 members of your squad, and you can actually outfit them with different weapons. So you from the bottom here, so this is what you currently use, the little number there, so it shows what you currently have in your inventory. So what you can equip them with. You do also have the advantage of actually still being able to buy things from the armory just when you're about to go in the mission, so you don't have to do that from the main screen. Good, bad, indifferent. Yeah, okay, it's for someone like me who's not necessarily as organised as I should be. Probably it's a good idea. Some purists will probably not like it, but anyway, there you go. Alright, so what should we do? So what we'll do is we will give these guys some... So I'll get a couple of grenades. So we're going to be outdoors, so we won't need the flashbangs. Might do... What give one of these guys okay, so I've got a demolition guy here. So this is your demolition sort of expert from as we saw when we looked at the stats before. So we might give him a claymore, I think. So let's give him a claymore. Give him that one. There we go. So he's got his squad assault weapon, automatic weapon, and he's got his grenade, and he's got his claymore. So it'd be good sort of as a bit of a defensive one. What else have we got? So we've got our sniper, we've got grenades to back up. One thing I noticed that they don't have an alternative weapon, which is something that you usually see. I mean, for those who've played XCOM, you know that was there. And generally in first-person shooters and pretty much everything, you always have an alternative weapon. In this game, you don't. You have your primary and that's it. Maybe that's unlocked later on, I don't know. But it's not something that I've seen so far. I'll give these guys I don't think we'll need it, but just give them more for just in case. And he's our medic, so he's got there, and there we go. Okay, alright, so now that we've equipped all our guys, let's get underway. Alright, so jump in here. So as you saw before, this is a basic whole ground defend the position kind of one. So move around. So what I'll do, so this guy's my sniper, so we want to get him up to the rooftops as we can. So this, folks, is sort of what I was talking about with, so you got your action points. So when you're sort of first looking at the guys, you can see they've got the 2 things there, so it shows that they've got both their action points still available. Now, this shows the edge of their movement. Now, what I don't like about this is the fact that I don't know how far the second before they use up the action point is, because if I go to here, then, okay, it says 2 AP, okay, that's fine. But where's the line? Like, where can I go to 1 action and still be able to do something else? And I have to actually, there is this sort of little ghost dot, but I think they missed something here. It just makes it a bit clunky and a little bit not intuitive, which is a bit annoying for me. So I was not very impressed by that. And that, by the way, is also really annoying. It has a tendency that just randomly it will sort of show you a different elevation. You can't change that. Like, for most games, if you sort of zoom in, zoom out, that's when it'll change the elevation for you, so you can see what's in the different building plans. No, it'll just randomly decide whether you want to do it or not, and that can be really excuse me, folks. That can be really, really annoying, and you sort of got to tweak the camera and try and get in the right position. And when you try to do some fine movement, that is not helpful. So yeah, it's definitely got its bugs, I think, that's for sure. Okay, so this is my heavier weapons guy, so I'm going to move him. Now, will that go to one action point? Yes, it will. Good. So I can move him there. And I'll get him to set up his claymore. So, to use your disposable items, or consumable items, what you do is you left click on the unit you want to use it on, and it brings up this sort of sub menu. So what you can do is you can actually tell them to sort of take cover, so it means they become harder to hit for the enemy's next turn, or you've got your little usable items thing there. If you're ever not sure what anything does, if you just right click, it'll actually give a tutorial thing. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so we want him to use, so he's got a grenade, med pack, and we've got claymore. So we want him to use the claymore, so he's going to sit that down there now. Now the only thing is, it doesn't really sort of show you the direction of the phase, he just puts that way, so I hope it's going to shoot that way, but anyway. Alright, so now let's move my other guys. So let's use up his 2 action points there, so let's move the rest of these guys up to the rooftop, because we want to make sure they're in plenty of cover. So you've probably noticed these little ghosts appear, so you can move them anywhere and they'll sort of, crouch, as sort of troopers do, but if you move them close to a wall, you'll start seeing this ghost sort of starting to appear, and if it goes green, they can actually go into that position. Just means they're actually in a cover, so there is a cover-based system in this, obviously different from things like your first-person shooter cover-based systems, but it does give you the option then, so it gives you a bit more protection in there, and if you do activate their sort of take cover ability, it grants an even bigger bonus to that protection. So there you go, pretty cool. So that feature is pretty good, and it's nice to know that you can actually see it and visualize it. A lot easier to do with that one. So we'll go him around. So we're probably going to have guys coming through here. Yeah, I was going to get you to hold the rooftop, so let's bring you up here for now. So up you go. Alright, so as I said, now we've used up all our action points, so it automatically kicks into the enemy's turn. Alright, so you only get the one half turn to deploy and set up, and now we've seen our enemies have started coming up. Now, as you can see, no mini-map, obviously, on the screen. If you do want to access one, there is one. Just got to go into menu. That brings up your mini-map here. So you can drag that around and you can see the little red dots, which indicate any enemies that are currently in visual range. So none of this sort of radar stuff, but you do have the advantage, maybe think of it like a drone camera or something like that. Alright, now, so what we're going to need to do, so I'm going to get this guy, we'll start with Derek and get him out of the way. I hope that claymore actually works. I haven't actually used one before, guys, so this should be intriguing. Alright, let's bring him up here. Let's get him as far as he can up there. So up he runs. Alright, so there's 2 action points done. Alright, now, I can see there's a guy over here now. I've got a 56% chance of hitting him. So speaking of which, guys, let's say I did want to shoot on him. So I can click on him there. So click on the target. So I can only see this guy at the moment. Now it gives you these 2 options. So you can choose to either only spend 1 of his action points and take like a snapshot kind of idea. So it's a quick shot, but allows you to take 2 per turn, but it's at a very drastically reduced accuracy. So you get a huge accuracy penalty. Or you can have his full attention, and he can get his best chance of actually shooting the guy. Either way, it's the same 3-round burst, just percentage-wise of whether you're going to hit him or not. I think for now we might just put him into cover, I think. Where's my sniper? There he is. Okay. So let's put our sniper over into here. So he's going to get cover, so that way he can cover a couple of approaches. Now, as you can see, he took a massive penalty here because the sniper rifle is a fairly hefty weapon. So we're not going to try and shoot him with that one. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to use that take cover ability, so he gets a bit of extra protection for the next round before he can start shooting again. Sometimes I'm a bit right over like using heavy weapons in Warhammer, really, aren't I? Anyway, alright, so we're going to tell him to take cover. So that's done. So that does use an action point. Now, Stan, you can run over to here. Again, 1 action point. There we are. Now, he's just spied a couple of extra enemies down here as well. Alright, and again, we're going to... Now because he's in an elevated position, he's actually still got a reasonably high percentage chance of hitting someone because he's out in the open. So yeah, why not? Let's give this guy a shot. Okay, so let's. And misses wide there, of course it does. Yeah, should have known that was coming. Anyway, alright, so then we've got the other guy here, so we'll bring him over to here. We should be in the corner there. Let's put him over here so we can sort of cover a couple of different ways. So we can go over there. Alright, so I suppose it's action point is, so it's all my action point is, and the turn goes. So, and I'm being shot at. Alright, so it'll sort of show you, most of the time it'll sort of give this animation, it'll show you who they're sort of shooting at, put a little yellow disc around them so you can see what they're targeting. These guys are a bit poor shots today, aren't they? So, as you can see, not a bad little setup. I mean, I've definitely seen far worse graphically. The AI is reasonably intelligent, as you can see. Like, it does actively look for cover, but it will occasionally do things like that and just run out into the open as well. So that'll be perfect thing for my sniper in a second. So what we'll do is, oh, he's about to approach a claim. What if that claim was going to work next turn? All right. So I've got this guy over here he can shoot at. Okay, so just this is a good point to bring this one up. So this is probably not so much for this mission, but as you can see here, this is a sight range. So in the single player ones, and if you do want to do things like, if you do want to sneak around and sort of not engage your opponents until you're short of a kill kind of thing, you do actually have the option of sneaking around. And this shows their visual range, so you can actually sneak up behind them and actually do silent kills like close combat knife kills. You can get, so usually if you get it from behind, it's almost pretty much an insta-kill, which is pretty damn awesome. There are also some of the single-player campaign missions do require some stealth elements to be committed, to be worked on. So get sort of bonuses like don't have to worry about reinforcements and stuff like that approaching you. So yeah, definitely something to keep in mind if you do want to do that. So all right, so we shall probably take out the guy that we've got height on. So we'll use our full attention of our sniper to take him out. There we go. One shot, one kill. Gotta love snipers. I really do. Alright, so who are you targeting at the moment over there? No, okay. Let's move you into a bit of cover. Let's put you over here for now. So one action point there. Now we've still got a guy we can shoot at here for a reasonable percentage. So get our automatic weapon going on there. And shoots wide. Just for something different. Okay, now who can you shoot at? Now I probably could shoot at him, but I want to see what the claymore actually works, so I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to do this guy. Let's go for this guy. So that probably shows some things. I mean, it's pretty common, a lot of issues, invisible walls and stuff like that, shooting through walls and stuff like that, so yeah, a little bit annoying. But it's something that's very, very common. There are some graphic glitches as well, again, like, rifles and stuff, and people just moving through terrain randomly. That is kind of frustrating, but it's also a very common thing with a lot of games these days. It's not a particular thing with this game, it just seems to be the way a lot of this kind of stuff is at the moment. So, as you can see, yeah, when you do take injuries, you got your sort of health bar for you guys there. So you don't have a health bar over the team members, it's all in these stat cards down the bottom. Now, if you do want to jump to team members and you don't want to scroll to find them, you can, especially on the bigger maps when they're all spread out, like the Escape and Obey mission. You do want to just click on these place cards and you'll jump to them. And yes, the claymore works. Bang! Done. Awesome. That was pretty cool. I like that. Awesome. Anyway, alright. Let's go start with my sniper. Alright, so you got one guy you can shoot at. Let's shoot at you, full attention again. I didn't kill him. Oh, that sucks. Alright. Let's go for you. Seriously, this automatic guy is he's not doing his job today. He's really not. Alright, let's see if you can knock him out there. He just must have invisible armor or something. He's just surviving everything at the moment, isn't he? So yeah, it is a game of tactical sort of simulation and actually thinking about what you're doing and where you're going with stuff as well. So are you going to be in the right position to do stuff? Now, one of the things as well I found with action points, because what I might do is I might actually move this guy along here, so one, to get a better shot, but also what you can do is if you don't spend all your action points and you end your turn, you essentially put them into sort of what any tabletop gamers will know is sort of an Overwatch sort of mode. So if they see someone comes into their sort of line of vision or line of area of fire, they can actually then take a shot at them during the opponent's turn. So we'll see if our opponent actually moves and see if we get a shot off at him. Yeah, the camera's a little jerky as well, so I think that they could really do something about that. It just seems to be a little... It doesn't seem to be as smooth or as clean as some of the other things that I've seen over in the course of various games that I've been playing. So maybe something for them to work on, but it doesn't impact you too much. As I said, if you've played anything like XCOM or any other kind of sort of turn-based shooter, you will be familiar with most of the things that you see. And most of the things that you can sort of do, all that kind of stuff in the game. Now down the bottom here on your stealth card, so not only do you have so you got the weapon type at the top there. When you click on, you show them what consumable items they have available, and you've got their current ammunition count. So that's what they have in their magazine. It is important to manage reloading, because the last thing you want is to have enemies on top of you and you're completely out of ammunition. Not a good place to be. There we go, and he finally takes him out. Good, right. Now, I've had a guy disappear out of sight down here somewhere, so I'm assuming he's shooting through on here somewhere. Alright, so Derek currently can't see anyone. Can you cross to here and still have an action point? Yes, you can. Let's get you across there. Alright, now, I'm going to see if I can hit him with a grenade. So, again, if you want to... So, when you pick up, you can sort of choose the reload. Reload does cost you an action point. You can up your skills with you guys, and they may be able to give you sort of free reloads and free uses of stuff and whatever. But we're going to try and see if we can throw a grenade out. So, let's see. Are we in range? Yes, we are. Now... Oh, yeah. This is one of the really, really crazy things, is that it seems to have a lot of issue with physics at times. I know it has improved since some of the beta reviews I was reading, but sometimes some of the things like, you know, one of the single player missions I did, they couldn't throw a grenade over a wall. I was like, really? Seriously? You couldn't do that? What the hell? It seems to have improved though from some of the other reviews I've seen, but yeah, it's not bad. So it shows you the max range that he can throw the grenade. So let's throw this one in the middle of those two guys. Let's see what happens. Fire! Gotta love explosives. Okay, so we took one guy out and another guy heavily wounded. Now, can he see anyone? Not at the moment, so we're probably going to need him. Might get him to move over here. And I might get him to reload. You can see that used up his other action point there. Alright, so leaves me one guy left at the moment. No, he's used up his action points when I threw the grenade, didn't he? Alright. So we're going to try and keep his car head down. Didn't miss. Missed it again. Alright, so he's going to take a snapshot there. Now, also the action point system works for your opponent as well, so that's why you have to be really careful and make use of the cover and the wall movement and stuff like that, because if you're just blindly running through stuff, you will get ambushed, and it is going to hurt, and it is not going to end well for your troops. So what I'm going to do is go to my sniper. Now we can get one action point to move in here, and we use his other to reload. So ready for the next round. Alright, now, so we've got high probabilities this time, so let's go for this one. Yes, finally got the kill out of him. Finally, the automatic weapon's actually doing something useful. Alright. Now, do we rush him down, or do we keep staying nice and safe? I think let's do stay nice and safe, shall we? So yeah, this is overall, you know, it's not bad. It'll definitely keep you amused for a bit. The AI is once you get used to it, it's a bit like XCOM. It is quite challenging to start with, but having only 2 difficulty modes can sometimes possibly mean that maybe there could have been more that they could have done. And I do question I do have to question like how committed they were to actually making this. I do have to question that. Because I look at it and go, yep, there's been a few titles of this sort of turn-based and action point-based genre sort of kicking around for quite a while. I mean, it's a genre that's not exactly new, and the guy was coming around the corner there. That was probably the guy I'd lost sight of down there. Yeah. See, this is why you leave them in Overwatch, because it can actually save your ass every now and again. So I do question sometimes their commitment to this. Is this just a money spending exercise? See, that was just really annoying and that kind of stuff. So anyway, but there you go. We got a success. So gives you a little bit of summaries. And as I was saying before, so this is how you gain your XP, so you can spend on traits for your team and get your credits so you can buy equipment for them. Great thing is you can do these sort of single standalone missions. Before moving on with a campaign mission. So reminds me a bit of the CNC4, the Tiberian Twilight, was it? Oh, that one that we all try and forget was actually part of that series. Where you could actually, if you were having stuck in the single player, you just simply jumped and played multiplayer for a little bit and unlocked a whole heap of stupidly, awesomely powerful units and used them at the beginning of the game. So yeah, rightly, wrongly, that's just the way it is. Replayability of this game, it's not bad. It's pretty cool. Yeah, happy to say that I think I'm going to enjoy this. Will I play this for 300 hours? No. I will play it for a fair bit. I will get the campaign done. I'll probably do a few things in it. What am I hoping for in this game? I'm hoping that they give maybe some more campaigns, maybe open it up to, it all seems to be fairly well structured with the maps and stuff like that. So I'm really hoping that perhaps we might see something like Steam Workshop come involved in this, so we can actually start seeing our own sort of maps and campaigns being put in there. The most glaringly obvious omission, as you've probably seen, is no multiplayer. It is a single player title only. Legacy of the fact that it is a console port or tablet port, so it is designed for just a single player experience. For $10, is it worth it? You know what? If you like strategy games, if you like your squad-based combat, or if if you've ever played a tabletop miniature war game, you know what? Yeah, you'll enjoy it. You'll get a few hours of blast out of this, and you'll definitely get your $10 worth out of it. That's for sure. If you're not into that stuff, then you probably won't even be watching this video. So there you go. Anyway, folks, look, tell you what, thanks very much. That's me done for today. So that's me done with my look on my review of ARMA Tactics. Overall, I'm happy with it. Could they have done more? Absolutely. Is this from a team that primarily focuses on first-person shooters? Yes. So, with that in mind, I'm reasonably impressed with the job they've done. They definitely could have done a hell of a lot worse, folks. Anyway, folks, as I said, that's me done for today. Thanks very much. You can pick this title up on Steam or direct from Bohemia Interactive's web store. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, or if you have any comments or any feedback, please feel free to leave the comments down below the bottom of this video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, folks. Safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.